All right, people, this is very, very special. This is a topic I want to talk about. I didn't know how to approach it. I didn't know how to put it into words, but I'm going to talk about parasites with you guys. This is something I've suffered personally with, and it's honestly, and I'm still plagued with it a little bit, I could honestly say. Just being my own doctor at this point, you kind of have to these days. But I'm going to talk about parasites because it's something very overlooked, it's something people don't want to talk about. And when it does come up in conversation, people want to say it doesn't happen in the US, it doesn't happen in first world countries. But it's prevalent here and it's rampant. It's an epidemic that nobody wants to talk about. But all of a sudden, they want to be talking about explosive diarrhea, eating lettuce, and other things. So I don't know if this is a good sign, part of the psyop, that or people are waking up. I don't know, but this is something that we need to talk about. This is urgent in health, and I'm going to talk about it today. And this is where I found a lot of this information. This is where all this started for me. All this started unraveling for me. I started understanding this situation. And it's through this PDF called the Parasite Pill, and it's 180 pages. It's basically a book. I recommend you guys to read through it. But I'm gonna go over, I don't know, first couple chapters, just the basic stuff on parasites to talk to you guys about. But I got into this stuff because July 2023, July 1st, is when I started getting symptoms of these parasites. And I was getting ready for a fight. It was supposed to be in August. Didn't go through. Luckily enough, because I was plagued with these things. I don't even know how I was going to lose weight. I mean, I was pretty damn lucky, because I'll be fighting with these worms inside of me, and I was already falling apart. And from there, I went on vacation to Albania, and I had a parasite in me, and I didn't know what to think. But surprisingly, I actually did a lot better out there in Europe, and I think it was because of the clean food. I mean, there's salt in all the water, right? Like all the carbon, the mineral water and everything. I wasn't dehydrated. I was actually eating real good food without preservatives and artificial flavors. Like none of these things exist out there. Like all the food I was eating was grown minimum. I mean, I mean, I'd say minimum a mile away. Like, I mean, it was right there. That's how fresh it is. And I was out there dealing with this parasite problem, but it was when I came back to the States, it got a lot worse. And I believe it's just the food and the pollution and everything that's here. But I was, it was, it was a rough time. It was a rough time because I can tell you it's affecting me physically, of course, mentally, even spiritually. I'm gonna go into this right here. But like my symptoms were insane. I mean, insomnia, inflammation. I was getting rashes, psoriasis, all just redness. It just sucked. It was just awful. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. I mean, I couldn't sleep at night. And then my mental health, depression, anxiety. I was just losing my shit 24/7. I wasn't normal. Like, I it's just like, and it was a combination of sleep and inflammation and all these things. And I was having these crazy cravings. Like my hunger wouldn't stop. And I was having these sugar cravings. And I don't even have a sweet tooth like that necessarily. And I was just, and it was because of these things inside of me. One of these things, they were controlling my actions, making me do certain things. I mean, this is what it is. You see this happen in animals. And this is what I'm going to talk about right here because this shed the light in so many of these problems I had with parasites. And talked about it over social media and everything. But people don't realize how prevalent. I just sound like a crazy person talking online. But I believe in a few years, people are going to look back on my videos and they're going to be like, damn, this guy was ahead of the game. He was right. But let's get into this because I don't want anybody to suffer how I suffered with parasites, and I want people to know. And I'm thinking I most likely got them. Well, you see through here, a lot of kids. I got pinworms. I train kids, martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, MMA. Wrestling. We put everything together. MMA, like, and the thing is, I'm basically running a daycare. This is what my doctor said I was getting. And at my gym, I stopped cleaning the mats. I stopped doing the, custodial work. So the place got a lot dirtier because I wasn't doing the job anymore, unfortunately. But let's hop right into it. I'm ready. This is gonna be intense, guys. So this is what it's divided up into 12 chapters: the immune system, the brain, symptoms, parasites, politics, the workers, the drone. Again, getting kind of out there, but bear with me. And when you read it, it actually starts making sense. That's the scariest part about it. The truth is fiction. Ka name ka luma. You will see what that means. Deworming treatments. So, what's a parasite? Common definition: organism that lives in or in an organism another species, its host, and benefits by depriving nutrients at another's expense. Yeah, that's what a parasite is. So basically, a parasite gets everything, you get nothing. If anything, you get negative. Your life gets worse, as you can see with my symptoms. It just wreaks havoc on your body. It doesn't try to kill you. People don't realize this. It's not trying to kill you, get you close. You got to be surviving enough, right? But it wants to live with you. It's the only way it can survive. Right here, parasitism. Parasitic. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's extremely wide taxidermic range, and this is very true. People just think worms when they think parasites, but it's including animals, plants, fungi, protozoans, bacteria, viruses. Like, I mean, this is a virus right here. I mean, a virus isn't really considered a living organism, but at the same time, it passes down DNA, as you can see right here, and it does that through other organisms and their nuclei, other single-celled organisms. So it's very fascinating. It's like people are like, is this like a parasite's like it's very strange. You see that's going across all animal kingdoms. It's not a certain animal. It's not a certain living thing that does this. It's a mode of living, just like a carnivore, a herbivore. It's like, how does it gain nutrients? An omnivore, like us. How does it gain? Like, we got complex ways to get food, and you know how we live in our society as humans, and you could see it in primates, not as complex, right? It's a lot simpler. You see this in beehives. I mean, like how they organize things, very, for them, very complex, very sophisticated, right? But it's just, you see some things in nature choose to go in this direction. This is how they evolve, just living off other people. This is why we call them a leech, mooch, a leech, or you get called a parasite, one of the worst things you can be called. But and the immune system. And this is what caught me. This is what got me hooked on on this whole PDF. Because I skimmed through it beforehand and it looked pretty out there. I don't know about this, but this is the right type of crazy. I'll tell you this right now. But look at this. This is what hooked me in. Cats have a schedule. Cats have a schedule, a routine treatment for parasites. Dogs have a schedule routine for parasites. If you have pets, horses, you know, if cattle, chickens, yeah, if you've been anywhere on a farm, all mammals that interact with humans. Routine treatment for parasites? Except for, yeah. Do you interact with humans? When was the last time you got prescribed a routine for parasites? I'm like, yeah, yeah. This is what I'm going through right now. Because I realized, man, it's just, I'm like, what? Okay. It's just like, yeah, I guess that's true. Like, again, this is something you think you just get in third world countries. I mean, I live in America. I live down the street from Cleveland Clinic, you could say. The the biggest hospital, I mean, one of the biggest, most successful hospitals in the world, honestly. I mean, world famous. I mean, Cleveland Clinic has a Dubai campus. I mean, like, people come from all over the world for the healthcare here. I mean, best healthcare in the world in Cleveland, Ohio, out of all places. So why are we talking about this? I'm always asking my doctors questions about health and the body because, when can you get a chance to speak to a quote unquote professional, right? Even though, their legacies and reputations have been tarnished over the years. Well, the immune system of all mammals naturally fights off parasites. Yeah, that is true. And it's just like we're the only one. I saw like chimpanzees. I learned this, but chimpanzees, our closest living relative, 99.997 or whatever percent, the same genetic code as us, but they produce vitamin C. They don't need to eat fruits in the wild. Like, that's very interesting because the lack of vitamin C is scurvy. That's what scurvy is. That's why pirates and sailors would get scurvy. There's no fruit in the ocean. You can only fish. You're eating protein the whole time. Like any fruits and vegetables you get, you gotta eat them right away, or they're just gonna get moldy, right? They're just gonna go bad. But this is very interesting. Why are we the only ones? Why are we made like this? So vitamin C is an essential nutrient, meaning we need to get it. Our body doesn't produce it. That's why it's essential. We need it. We need it to survive. This is another one that caught my eye. Does vitamin C result in depression, schizophrenia, Alzheimer's, gastrointestinal disease, fatigue, death, even cancer? So, yeah, vitamin C boosts your immune system. Of course, it fights against all these things. You're already prone. Like, I knew this. And there's other things that's good for your brain and things like Alzheimer's and schizophrenia. Like, this is very interesting. Like, I'm like, I don't know why I didn't put two and two together, but it was until I read this. I'm like, yeah, that is true. It says right here. This is what I love about this. It gives plenty of studies. Like, this one isn't clickable. Looks like just a screenshot. But you'll see going through the whole Parasite pill that it gives all these links that you can click. This is what I love about this PDF. So it's only 180 pages, but it's actually a lot bigger, and it leads you to other PDFs and other articles and stuff. It's just amazing. This is a fantastic PDF. Whoever made this, honestly, and I recommend you guys all download it as long as you can. It says, do these symptoms result from vitamin deficiency, or symptoms resulting from parasites rapidly multiplying in the host, with immune system weakened from a vitamin deficiency? Because I can tell you, for me, it was getting worse and worse, and it's just because it kept on laying their eggs and they keep on hatching, and they hatch within a week, and it's like you got to get timed with it. It's really easy to be overwhelmed by these things. It's like, okay, like it's like, yeah, so okay, yes, having a lower immune system like just sucks overall, but does that allow parasites to enter your system? And this took a weird turn, but why is alcohol so pushed upon society? It really is. I mean, it's just like everybody's drinking every moment they can. You could get alcohol anywhere. I mean, like, and it's just kind of true. It's kind of overblown. Like, if you're past, I mean, I'd say 22, 23 years old, probably tired of drinking. I mean, if you're watching my channel and you're trying to improve your health, you're probably not about drinking. I'm not even against drinking. Like, it's just the way people culture does it in America, and you could say in the UK, and like the pub culture, and it's like these are the only places I hang out in. But I thought this was interesting because it says chronic drinking interferes with absorption. Yeah, that is true. And it says right here the pancreas in particular. But like I knew this from, it breaks down your microvilli. They're like these little finger-like structures in your stomach that basically absorb the nutrients that you can't see. They're like microscopic in the stomach lining, and that gets damaged from alcohol abuse. So I remember this when I was 21. I couldn't. I'm like, are you telling me I can't gain the muscles I want? I can't gain the body I want because I'm drinking excessive amounts of alcohol? Like I knew I was destroying my liver, but I didn't know I was destroying my muscles. Like, like what? And that's not just my muscles, but like, if your body can't absorb the nutrients it needs, how are you gonna live? Like, how are you supposed to live with energy? I mean, how are you supposed to live into old age? Like, your body, like, this doesn't make sense. It's like, that's dangerous. But it gives a study right here. You can see it's all linked. Induced brain barrier impairment. Yeah, alcohol does pass the blood brain barrier. So it's killing brain cells off in your head. I mean, like, people, I mean, like, why? I always wonder this. Why is this so popular in college in America? And I'm sure this is still popular overseas, but like, why is this so popular to drink here? Why is that the thing to do here? Like, you're not living college if you're not getting drunk and going out. Like, this doesn't make sense, especially if you're using your brain to get this degree. You think that that's really the drug of choice? Like, that's what I always thought in school. Like what is going on here? And like some of the schools, like, they're so fucking degenerate. Ohio State and Ohio University. I mean, like, these aren't fucking institutions. These are just building grounds for degenerates. Like, it's fucking disgusting, the stuff I've seen there. If a mammal is unable to produce vitamin C on its own, mammal is given a substance which prevents the body from absorption. Mammal might suffer from dramatically would parasites thrive in such a host? Yeah, because you see, right, your brain's not working, your pancreas and like other things I'm talking about, your whole digestive system. Yeah, it's not working right. Yeah, you're gonna have, yeah, more parasites. But this is taking it even further. This is a societal thing. Because in the West, we're not talking about this because I'm not, I guess you could say I'm not from the West. I'm from Albania. You want to say that's the East, Eastern Europe, the East, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to label us, right? But we don't act like Westerners. This is what it is culturally, even though we're so close to them. But like, this is why I'm saying I have this different view of parasites. Because it's more of a normal, common thing. But obviously, living here in America, it's like, oh, medicine is so advanced. We don't see any of this stuff. But really, it's just people are suffering and we don't even know it. And they're labeling them their symptoms for coming from different causes. This is what it is. But we don't see it's this. It's parasites. Is sugar industry highly subsidized? Do parasites require continual high diet? Yeah, like these things thrive on this. And look, I love the studies. I love the study. This is what makes it even more credible because it gets pretty out there. The parasites incapable of living, incapable of surviving on fats. And look, and did sugar industry pay to trick us to thinking that fat was cause of ill health? So I'm gonna click this link right here to show you guys. Because there's so many of these. Like this is just page 7. All right. Does not want to work for me? Yeah, I'm gonna let that load a little bit. But like, this is very interesting. Did the deceptive tactic of dramatically reduce fat consumption also increase sugar consumption? I mean, yeah, people are still getting those cravings. I mean, especially growing up, like fat was terrible, saturate all the stay away from fats. And then people started eating sugar, and people started realizing sugar is not too good for me. Fats protect against parasites, and sugars promote them. What effects would removing fats and adding sugars on an infected human host? Because you need fats. People don't realize your brain is made out of fat. Fat is very important for you to eat. Let's get this straight. I mean, your nerves are covered in these things called it's called a myelin sheath. And it's this fatty, basically protection. You could think about a cord, like for your phone, like your phone charger, and the outside of it, the white wrapping, that's the myelin sheath protecting the copper and the metal wires for electricity to go through, just like the nerves. They're made out of fat. You need fat. And now a lot less Americans are eating fat. What is that going to do to your body? I mean, they're saying eating eggs are terrible. Like, what is that going to do to your brain? You're not as smart. I mean, testosterone, it's made out of cholesterol. I mean, like, a lot of these things in our body that we need are made out of cholesterol. I mean, well, I should have started with this. The cells, I mean, you learned this in biology in 8th grade. Our cells are made out of lipids on on the cell membrane, which is just all cholesterol. It's all fat. Like it's just like it's easy stuff. It's just when you put 2 and 2 together. Oh, there's the link. Okay, let's see. See, I'm sorry guys, this is just my MacBook that wants to act like this. So why is that PDF not working? I'm sorry guys. I'll click on some other links. Yeah, sorry guys, troubleshooting at the same time, but yeah, no, it's just like I really suffered. Like this was not a good time in my life. I'm telling you, people, and I don't want other people to suffer like this, so I want to bring some awareness to everybody. Here it is. So this is what I like about, and look, this PDF right here. It's not too long. This one's about STDs. Yeah, that's another thing. Sexually transmitted diseases. This is nothing. Actually, I'm gonna go and talk about this first. Hey, sorry, people, I'm not as professional. This is the first time I've been doing one of these videos. All right, ended up over there. Let's talk about this first. So I don't even want to zoom in on all of this. Maybe I'll get in trouble on YouTube. But look at all these things, and it's like sexual promiscuity. Trying to be careful with my words on here. Is really promoted. Abstinence is looked down on. Having a single partner. I mean, even just like growing, like it's just like social pressures of growing up. Just like everybody is getting women at a young age. Or I guess in childhood, right? Like growing up and stuff, and just super sexualized. I mean, the millennials understand like school dances, how disgusting those things were. Like, really think about it. Like, everyone's grinding. Like, you got 12-year-olds grinding on each other, and you got like a makeshift bar. I mean, I'm gonna shout out Hyperborean Knowledge because he did an amazing video on millennials. And yeah, he was talking about this. I mean, MK Gate, like, just psyop after psyop. Like, there were built-in bars. We were drinking like fruit punch. It was basically a substitute for alcohol. Like, what were they training us for? And right here, this is parasites. Can they be sexually transmitted? Yes. But like, society did take a turn. People were definitely weird. I'm just gonna say it. They got so much going on. Sorry, guys. I think I just lost it. But let's continue. It's okay. So yeah, it's just like, why is this being pushed on society? And like, the PDF I was going to look at, basically, there's a correlation between how many partners do you have and parasites. And a lot of parasites are sexually transmitted. And like, some of the obvious ones are like crabs. Everybody, that's legit what it is. It's an external parasite. I don't know much about it, but I never had it, right? But it's just like that one people have heard about. But there's other ones too. Like, and it brings up all these studies and it talks about these things. Protozoa right here. It's like, obviously we talk about herpes, we talk about, obviously, AIDS is serious, right? And HIV, and like, and thank God we got antibiotics. But what about this stuff? What about this stuff? What about all the bachelors and bachelorettes out there? Like, this is important. Why is no one talking about this? Why wasn't this in sex education? Why wasn't this? It's like, this doesn't exist. Like, I swear to God. How many types of parasites exist? It says there's about 60,000. Think about that. 60,000 types of parasites that can affect us. Like, what is, and look, in this range, it could be protozoa. It could be something you can hold in your hand, something you can't even see, something inside of your body, outside of your body, coming off another animal, coming off another human. Can viruses be transmitted through kissing? All these parasites. You may kiss the. What is the purpose of you may kiss the bride? Actually, I don't know that. Does it say more on it? It's very interesting. Where does that come from? Yeah, definitely leave it in the comments if you guys know that one. I definitely want to know. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm on a computer right now. All right, let's see. Trying to be real careful with this. Hope it doesn't crash. Knock on wood. All right, let's see where "Kiss the Bride" comes from. That euphemism. See, that's how you get better. That's how you get better at speaking. You just say things. All right, let's see. Origin. Let's see. It comes up. Roman legal contracts. Public kiss sealed agreement. Oh, interesting. Christian. Oh, okay. Very cool. Hmm. All right, let's put in parasites. Every time I go back to this, it makes me like I understand more and more. It says in traditional way. Oh, under whoa contracts with a popular holiday kissing that literally takes place under a parasitic plant, mistletoe. I had no idea about this. Little tangent here, but I like this. I like where I'm going. A hemiparasite. Mistletoe takes some of its own food via green leaves, but steals the vital water and minerals from trees. I had no idea about. Oh, it's hanging on trees. That is great. Norse legend. Holiday kissing tree. Leads back to God Balder, who was slain by a mistletoe weapon before the plant was redeemed into a symbol of love. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. It's a parasite. Kiss under a parasite? Okay, I mean, I guess it goes back to the Norse. See, like, do you guys see what I'm seeing right here? Like, this is like really prevalent in our history. This is really prevalent in our society. Like, do you see that? What I just looked up right here. This is what I was doing the whole time. I want you guys to do the same thing with the parasite pill. Right now, I'm walking with you guys. You know, my own experience doing this. But I want you to do the same thing because, like, you see all these studies and articles. Look up all these, and you find interesting things like this. But let's continue. Is plastic rare or everywhere? It's everywhere. It's found at the top of mountains, blanket of the Arctic. Does it accumulate inside of our bodies? Yes. Associate well? Do parasites associate well with plastic? Yes, they do. It's the perfect environment. Look at this. Like this one, I haven't looked. I mean, the microplastics thing is ridiculous because it's just this one's a whole video on itself that but then when I found out parasites like this stuff, like this is what it's saying. Like what is going on here? A mismanagement waste cycle through the earth manner akin to global. Yeah, this isn't good, and especially maybe this is why it's more prevalent now because, I mean, microplastics are everywhere. You can't get away from plastic. And this one I thought was interesting. Why is drinking water fluorinated? Fluorinated, if I'm saying that right. Does fluoride damage the immune system? Why, yes, actually it does. What is fluorosis? Fluoride poisoning. Would this increase parasitic infection? So, as you can see right here in this PubMed study, I mean, probably the most legit source out there to find any medical research. And there's a lot of free studies out there too. You don't have to pay for them. But like, look, it's damage to DNA. Is it induction? Look at this. Conversely, it's been reported that geographic zones where fluorosis is an epidemic increases in the presence of bacterial viral parasitic infections. The World Health Organization in Mexico, in central northern states. Yeah, I mean, closer to America, we do this. I mean, it does, like, fluoride makes no sense to me because I never thought, because growing up, you were a nut job to say that you can't drink water in America. But like one logical, irrational thought I had when I was younger was, wait, if fluoride's good for my mouth, should I just use it as mouthwash or tap water? Should I just use tap water as mouthwash? Because it's good for your teeth. And this is why supposedly homeless people in America, right? They care about homeless people's teeth here in America, I guess, right? But they said it's supposed to protect your teeth. But water that I'm drinking is only in my mouth for, I don't know, a couple seconds. I'm not gargling the water every time I'm drinking tap water. It's for a couple seconds, and then it's down my throat and my digestive system, and then all the way out. So it's actually in my body longer than it's my teeth. So why are you putting it in tap water? That doesn't make sense. And why does it doesn't touch my teeth when I'm drinking it? Like it's just that this doesn't make sense. Like I never liked that argument. It's only in my mouth for a couple seconds. Like no one drinks tap water like that. And yes, it does fluorosis, and there's so much fluoride everywhere, and you've been drinking it for years. You don't think it's gonna hurt you? I'm like, it's not gonna do anything to you. I mean, it is harmful to your brain. I mean, it's a poison. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, like you look at the periodic table of elements. I mean, majority of those elements in the same column. I mean, you eat it, it'll poison you. It's not for human consumption. Look, is why entrepreneurs are persuading Americans to eat bug protein. Well, this is with the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and yeah, they're talking about you're gonna eat, you're gonna eat the bugs, right? The bugs, the German accent with that evil villain, right? That disgusting creature he is. But they're talking about this, and it's like, and the thing is, I always knew this was not a good idea. I was always against eating insects because I knew about parasites. But if you look at cultures that eat insects, they don't look the healthiest. If you look at their men and women, they don't look like they're doing so good. It looks like they're eating bugs. I'm pretty sure as humans, they would prefer to eat flesh of animals than they were bugs, and they want to claim bugs have all these nutrients and they're high in protein, but you don't see rich people eat bugs. I'm sorry, you don't see wealthy cultures anywhere in the world. I mean, put in the comments, I guess. But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know any cultures in the world that respect this. They just don't. This is just for lower class people. This is what it is. And especially what's happening with meat in America and like Bill Gates buying out all this farmland for all this cattle. Like it's just like this is bullshit. This is what they're doing. They want to eat these big steaks for themselves, right? This is why they're buying out all this farmland, and we eat bugs. They're filled with parasites, easier to control us. Because I could tell you, the state I was in, I mean, my life was fucking hell. It was hell. I mean, really had no control. I mean, I had a bunch of parasites in me. I was doing my best, you know, keep this meat vehicle moving, but you're literally hijacked. This is where I'm going. You see, it starts making sense though because you got all these studies, you got all these resources, you got a computer in front of you. You can look up every little thing. This is just what it is. This is the truth. This is the truth around parasites. Where's the purpose of that? Oh, we're going here. I don't even know if I want to say that word on here. But I could tell you, I always thought this was bullshit, the jab, because I was born in Albania. When I was 14 years old, that's when, yeah, when I was 14 years old, oh my God, I couldn't go to high school because he said I didn't have all my shots. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have all my vaccinations? Like, why have I not gotten all of them? Like, what are you talking about? I guess I only had like two. And uh, how many you get in America? This was like 2009. I'm like, why wasn't I supposed to get the rest? So when I very distrusted the government at a young age because I'm like, why'd you let me go to preschool, elementary school, middle school, but I you won't let me go to high school? I could have gotten something. I could have given other kids something. Don't you think it's more important for not a 14-year-old, but someone 14 and under to have those vaccines, right? Right? If they actually matter, right? Like, what is this? Like, this is bullshit. And then they're giving them out for free. Okay, get the fuck out of here. They don't care about me. They don't care about other people. Why do they like? I don't know. It's just like no one cared about me at 14 years old. Why do they care about everybody now? Why is there aluminum placed in vaccines? There is high heavy metals in these vaccines. I mean, just naturally, just through the process and other vaccines. I guess this is a normal thing, right? I don't know. But it would damage your immune system. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Could this increase parasitic infection? I think so. Just like the chemtrails, all the heavy metals in our food, or breathing our environment, especially you live in a city, you live in a, especially an American city. I mean, even Asia and China, things I've seen, like it's just like just heavy metals. It's just manufacturing. This is just what it is. You live in an area with high manufacturing. It's just like there's heavy metals everywhere, smokestacks and everything. I live in the Rust Belt in America. Yeah, like this is wild and like what should we injections access to clean water? Yeah, there isn't clean water in America. People don't realize. I live in the Great Lakes region, and there's still The water is still gross. We have the largest fresh water in the world, and we still pollute it. You don't give two shits about it. It's very dystopian, right? Because the world runs out of water, well, we're the last place with it on Earth. I mean, they're not even like people call them lakes because it's fresh water. They're actually seas. I would actually call them seas. There's five seas. I mean, you could see it from a map. I mean, there's just as big as other seas across the planet. I mean, the Dead Sea, the Red Sea. I mean, I'm trying to think of some other ones. I mean, Caspian Sea. No, that's way too big. We're not talking about. But the Black Sea. No, I might be mixing up my seas right now. But they're very big, large bodies of water. This is what I'm trying to say. And I've been to like Flint, Michigan. They still don't drink the water there. I mean, they're causing people to have like 60 IQ, heavy, I mean, all the bullshit in there. And that's not far away from me. It's still in the Midwest. You know, it's like, why aren't we talking? Why doesn't America have the cleanest water in the world? And this is what I don't understand of all the money and the people and how developed this country is. I mean, you go to Illinois right next to me, or Indiana, I'm sorry, right next to me. They have the worst water in the country. People don't realize. I had a friend that was in Indiana for a little bit, and I was asking about how's the water out there. I've seen some bad things online, and he told me, he's like, Emily, you're right. The water is bad because I was washing this dish over and over and over again because it had this strange smell. He kept on smelling and kept on cleaning. And what he realized was, I mean, it was the water. That's when because there's so much runoff from the farms and that stuff and all the stuff that comes, like the atrazine and all that stuff coming into the water, which doesn't help. So, what are heavy metals? This is what this asking. This is how it's worded, right? It's always asking questions. That's what I like. Is aluminum a heavy metal? Is it sprayed over metropolitan city? Yep. Just like I brought up before. It's cadmium metal. Yeah. There's a lot of that's in the chemtrails. Do heavy metal particles eventually fall to Earth? Yes. Yes, they do. We breathe it in, we drink it. It's all in there. And look at all these studies. And see, the parasites need a very toxic heavy metal environment. This is why detox is very important. I'm going to say detox, like exercise, just moving. This is how you get these things out of your system. Because I noticed that after every single workout, I fought with parasites in me, right? I kept on going to practice, getting my ass beat. But I knew at the end of practice, I'll always feel better at the beginning because I'm just drenched. I'm dead because, I'm fighting people, right? I mean, so it was a detox. I mean, exercise is the best medicine, right? But I realized I was detoxing. That's why I was feeling amazing after training. Not because of the training itself, but I was detoxing. I think I was getting these heavy metals out of my system. And the sauna, too. The sauna saved my life with this. Because that was the only time I felt normal was after training, which is pretty intense. Couldn't do that all the time, you know, especially the health I was in. But the sauna I could always go to. And the sauna I felt absolutely incredible. Like, oh man. What is fenbendazole? Eliminate parasites without side effects. So this is a panicure. This is a name brand of fenbendazole, anti-parasitic medicine. So I actually learned this. This one's for horses, it looks like. But I actually learned about this as a dog medicine. And a man, you can look it up. A man claims he had stage 4 liver cancer and he wasn't going to live. And he took a bunch of fenbendazole and claims he expelled all these parasites, these worms out of him, and cancer was gone. And on the news, they said he was taking dog medicine, out of all things, but it cured his cancer. So it's like, I pay attention to things like this, the anecdotal, the crazy news reports. I mean, these are worth listening to because the medical industry, I've seen it firsthand. I mean, it's not even, the hospital, Cleveland Clinic, that's not a hospital. I tell people that is a city. They built a city. That's what it is. There's restaurants, there's housing, there's roads, there's side roads, there's alleys. It's insane. It became a city. And these people don't want you to know certain things because it's bad for business. This mafia that we call healthcare in the United States. Yeah, and see, like it brings up all these links. So let's click this one. Let's see how my links are doing. Let's see if I can pull this up. I got so many things running on this. Okay, so see, this is what I love about this. It's just like they're so packed full of information. So this is, how long is this? Like you got days of reading. I keep on going back to this. Like, this is what I'm doing this video right now. Yeah, talking about how, I guess how to take fenbendazole and what's this about. Lab tested, single dose. There's study. See so much information on it. Blows my mind. It says no points of concern for, yeah, it's completely safe. No, fenbendazole in humans could be identified. No point, yeah, it's completely safe. Has no side effects. Extensive study funded. Long-term use. Must be weaned off. Removal from animal for slaughter. Like, do you see this? Like, they're mocking some guy on the news. Like, I'm telling you, look it up. He was taking dog dewormer, and then you find out there's all these studies and research, and it's like, what? Like, why are they? Who's telling them? Who's telling the media to? And this is a local news too. Who's telling the media to talk about this person like this? And usually find this dewormer and stuff like a tractor supply, like this one's another for horses. Thing. It's cheaper, but it's just like they don't have anything for humans. Why can't I get this for humans if it's so effective? And people don't realize how similar. I mean, chimpanzees are 999%. I mean, horses, all these animals are pretty close. I mean, they're still mammals, right? And people don't realize a lot of because a lot of people are, I'm not taking horse medicine like Joe Rogan, right? During COVID, during 2020. But people don't realize, well, even if he did take horse medicine, a lot of the medicine you take is horse, dog, cat, rat. I mean, whatever mammal you tested it on, it works the same thing as you. Like we have the same organs, we have the same nervous system. Like obviously there's differences, and you know we're two different species. So I understand that, but a lot of medicines work. I mean, it's why it's tested on animals, so it could be used on us. That's just like everyone. I don't know. It's just a lack of. I mean, it's understandable. It's just a lack of knowledge on medicine, and it's something that nobody takes care of, especially in this country. Yeah, and glyphosate damage to cells in the human body, that doesn't help. I mean, our whole agricultural system is just falling apart and sprayed onto crops. I mean, we fucking eat it and like, do not use horses intended for, do not use horses. What is this? It's just like, what is going on here? See, fenbendazole harms parasites inside of humans. Glyphosate helps parasites inside of humans. And this is what's saying right here. Let's click this. Yeah, see, I haven't even gone. I'm telling you, there's so many links in this 180-page PDF. I don't even like. I'm gonna be here all day. I just keep on coming back to it. Ah, this doesn't exist anymore. Is that old? So, damn. Now all the links are up to date. So look at this. Despite, let us review. Despite the existing recommended parasitic schedule for every other species which comes in direct contact with humans, there exists no recommended parasitic treatment for scheduled humans. It's been made illegal to treat humans with the most effective methods. Wow, okay, yeah, that it is illegal. All the results in the system where humans are forced to rely entirely upon the immune system to combat parasites. However, humans have naturally weak immune systems for their inability to produce vitamin C. Yes. The human immune system is intentionally weakened through a variety of external methods. Fluoride, heavy metals in our water, fluoride, heavy metals in our glyphosate added to our food. I mean, all this bullshit and vaccines, alcohol pushed to the mainstream media, microplastics added to the environment. Perfect. This is why I have parasites, because I live in America. And this is what it is in America, in other Western nations. Stuff like this makes me think like maybe I'm better off in Albania. Actually, I think I am for my health and well-being, my psyche. I think I am better off in Albania. As crazy as that sounds. I mean, obviously, post-communist country, right? not the best place to start a business or make money. But I might just go back. I mean, I just need an internet connection at the end of the day. But like, I think I might just go back. Spread of parasites is intentionally encouraged in a variety of ways. Sugar that are food, infected insects. Yeah, I use this food. Addictive psychiatric drugs. This is what some of these parasites look like. So it's a perfect breeding ground for parasites. This is what we're creating. Do you see it? This makes sense, people. Due to the lifestyle and choices, environmental factors. And this is why I think I went to Albania, because I went there for a whole month. I visited family. I got family in Albania and Italy. I went to Italy for a week. And Italy's definitely a lot more like America, but Albania was the best, in my opinion. Well, probably gotta stay in Italy longer, but it's got for me. It was the food quality was better, and I felt better out there. I felt cleaner. I still had the illness in me, but I thought I was just getting better. I thought time was just passing. But then when I came back home, I went back to normal. It was awful. It was just back where I started. I'm like, food is amazing out there. Not just at tasting, but just on all levels. The brain. Do parasites need access to human brains? I think they do. Can a parasite gain control over a host by accessing the central nervous system? Can parasites lobotomize their host? I know the zombie deer disease. I don't know if you guys know about those. Castrating parasite. Or like this fungus controls inside their bodies. I mean, have you seen this? The flying dead. Like there's the cordyceps is the first one that comes in mind. It's a fungi that infects insects, and like I've seen it infect snails, and it's really bizarre, out of this world, very alien. And we see this in the animal kingdom. I mean, I've seen this growing up in documentaries. Parasites absolutely control the host and zombify it, and they make it the host do certain things to keep the parasite alive. This is how complex these creatures are. I mean, parasites have been around. I mean, maybe since life, when life began. A lot of people, there's theories on like the mitochondria. The mitochondria has its own DNA. So people don't, you learn this in school, right? It's very fascinating. But the mitochondria has its own DNA. And a lot of theories are like the mitochondria is just living in a single celled organism. It happened to have this parasitic relationship with it. And eventually, well, I guess it's more symbiotic now. It's, powerhouse. That only thing we learned from school, right? But another thing about the mitochondria, it might be an organism, it's an ancient organism that happens to be living in this creature. And now it's kind of become this new organism now in all of our cells that duplicates. And I'm just saying, since the beginning of time, certain organisms chose to live different ways. Their path, their being, they chose to live off others. I know a lot of humans that do that too. Like, I gotta be careful on here. But yeah, look at this. What does it say? Aquatic snails. Parasitic flatworms that invade small bodies support a worm colony, driving them out of cars. And look at this. What happens when parasites enter the brain of a human host? Can the brain be damaged to influence human behavior? Can the brain be damaged to limit human cognitive abilities? What are NPCs? Whoa. Okay. Do humans have a second brain? Yes, we do. Parasites, where are parasites commonly found? Click on, what is the enteric nervous system? Let's check this out. So yeah, our second brain, our stomach, this is where parasites live in. They're affecting our gut. Out of date. Sorry guys, getting unlucky with these links. But parasites live inside of our gut. And look at this. What is the subconscious? Can the subconscious be manipulated? Can parasites manipulate the subconscious to change human personality? Why, yes, they can. This is what's happening right here because they're in your gut. Your gut is filled with, I mean, not just the microvilli that I brought up, but like just so many nerves, especially for solar plexus. There's so many nerves going through all your wiring through your body, going down your legs. I mean, there's so much going on here, and your gut does affect your brain, and vice versa. Because they call it your second brain because there's so many nerve endings. I mean, next to your brain. It has the most out of any other organ. It's very important. And if there's parasites in there, it could be affecting the mind. And I could tell you, with me, they were definitely affecting my mind because I wasn't normal. I kept on telling myself, this isn't me. This is not who I am. This is not how I act. This is not who I am. Like, it's terrifying. Because when you know these things and you understand these things, it's like, I don't know, I'm becoming this right here. And look at this. Basically, people just along, following with bullshit in media. It's this thing, now it's this thing. I mean, it makes us NPCs. We're weak, our second brain is damaged. I mean, our health is. I tell people all this all the time. This is the pinnacle of your health. If you're strong, if you get the right, I mean, it's simple, people. Like, this is what I preach. I mean, exercise, nutrition, your mindset, all these are connected, playing part into each other. We, we start, if we want to fix society, we fix ourselves first. But the thing is, if we're filled with food eating glyphosate, or water's filled with fluoride, or we keep on breathing in heavy metals, how are we gonna actually make the right choices for ourselves? How are we gonna defend our loved ones? How are we gonna build communities? How are we gonna keep people close to us? How are we gonna make money? How are we gonna have influence? How are we gonna defend ourselves against tyrannical governments? How are we gonna defend ourselves against the approaching technocracy and dystopia that we're going into if our bodies aren't right? Like, our bodies come first, because you don't have a life at all if you don't have a healthy body. Life sucks when you're in bad health, and I can tell you that right now because with these parasites, the worst health I've ever been. But we can't think for ourselves. This is the first step because you need a healthy mind. This stuff's obvious, right? You need a strong, healthy mind with a strong, healthy body to actually move through life, make the right decisions, and build the life you want. But you can't do this if you're filled with parasites. You just can't. And I'm telling you, I could say, because that's 2023, I think I'm still struggling with it now. I don't think I've officially cut it off. This is why I haven't made much content on it, but I'm like, forget it. I'm just gonna document my journey, talk about it, and hope you guys follow along. All right, I'm gonna have to stop this somewhere because again, some dangerous territories. So, parasites are sexually transmitted. Yes. Can parasites change the? Yeah, we might. So the following, I mean, look, guys, this is some degenerate. What it looks like Reddit. Yeah, degenerates. But how many people did he sleep with in college? Oh God. And the thing is, the parasite is it making people promiscuous because it wants to go jump to another host? Is this why this is the only thing people think about in society? This is why, because people kind of say this about Americans. People actually come to America for this. They know women are loose and easy, and this is just from talking to other foreigners and stuff. I mean, it's kind of a stereotype. But is it because of this? They don't believe deep down the American people are degenerates because when you look at the history, it's just they just weren't. I mean, very upright Christian. I mean, like strong values, family. I mean, this stuff didn't exist. I mean, your average degenerate would be your average person today. Like, if you're talking about the 1950s, it's like I'm trying to be very careful with some of those things I'm saying. Might be it might be over for me, but why does every major civilization collapse when it allows promiscuity? That is true. It's the Roman Empire, the Greeks, and any empire in history. Yeah, it's because no one's working. Everyone's trying to have a good time. Do parasites use sexual to turn their citizens into zombies? Yeah, I think so. I grew up very differently, okay? And the way I could say Americans live isn't the same way I live, or the way I approach relationships or women or marriage is just completely different. I mean, really, just culture shock. I mean, people are still single. I mean, I meet people in their, I could say I meet people in their 50s still looking for another person. And where I come from, that's just incredibly sad. But here, it's normal. It's normal to be a bachelor at 30, 40, 50, 60. I actually met a 70-year-old. I can say that today at a cigar shop. They said we're still single, which blew me away because I'm like, you don't have a significant other at that age, and it's getting more and more common. I think it's a part of this. I really believe because nobody wants to settle down. Symptoms of parasites. So look at this. I had all these things: brain fog, weak memory, anxiety, infections, stomach problems. Yes, fatigue, dark circle. Yeah, every day dark circles. That is a not. That is a big sign of toxicity, right there. I used to think it was just lack of sleep, but really that's your lymphatic system not draining out properly, right? Skin problems, weight issues. Look at this. I had all constipation, gas, bloating, diarrhea, pains, and aches. When I read this for the first time, look at this: problems sleeping, vision problems, forgetful, excessive weight. Excess weight, that one wasn't me right there. I didn't gain weight. Started fasting immediately. Tooth grinding, clenching. Yeah, I've been to the dentist, and I'm grinding awake and in my sleep. Voracious, yeah, all these things I had. This messed me up when I saw this. I'm like, oh my God, like this is what I had. And a lot of people in America like to claim these are all caused by all different issues, not by parasites. Do you eat fruits and vegetables? Do you eat meat? Do you shower with tap water? I get a filter. Get a filter, people. Your nose. Have you ever had a cold? Have you had more than one sex partner? Have you had a sex partner been with any? Do you have pets in your house? Or pets? Or do you have no symptoms at all? That's another thing. You could be asymptomatic. You could be a carrier. Or maybe you got a few parasites in you that aren't damaging you. They're not like destroying my body like, like what happened to me. The CDC, look, it says about 14% of the US population has been exposed to parasites. What? 14%? Like pinworms, what I had, supposedly because get them a lot in daycares, and the problem is people don't want to admit that their child has parasites. They're completely embarrassed of this, and this is why it goes untreated, and this is why like instructors like me and their kids are like grabbing me and everything and touching me, and like it's just yeah, they're just contracting it to me. And it's probably because people are embarrassed, so they don't want to go to the doctor or this or that. They don't even want to believe it. Like it says, contribute to fatigue by feeding on iron. Yeah, anemia. Steal your iron. Yeah, like parasites contain any serotonin. This one is crazy. Serotonin receptors? What? So I mean they could steal your serotonin. So they what? Like well, I remember when I read this, I'm like, this is why I can't sleep. This is why I'm thinking this way. What? Evil things. Stealing your serotonin. I mean, disgusting creatures. I mean, really, it's like these are hell spawns. Like I don't believe God created these things. I just don't. What purpose do they have on the earth? They don't do anything. They just feed off other organisms. It's just rope infections. Like look at this. Do parasites cause symptoms of depression? Yeah, mental. Dude, this one's crazy. Oh, I'm like, what? I started looking into this more because I was meeting a lot of women in college. I mean, holy shit, almost 10 years ago. Crazy. Time flies by. But in college, and now I heard it's worse, but 1 in 5 women 10 years ago were taking antipsychotics. Like, what? This isn't worrisome? Everyone's popping pills? Why is 1 in 5 women psychotic? What? Do humans stem from chemicals secreted by glands? Well, yeah. Do parasites feed on chemical secretion? I guess so. Will parasitic infection cause chemical imbalance? I think so. Whoa, nobody. The medical and all these guys would be broke. People just fasted, just killed these things, stopped feeding them off, took some anti-parasitic medicine, changed up their diet. But no, none of these doctors would be getting these six-figure salaries. I actually wanted to be a doctor when I went to college. Then I learned so much. I actually started reading books like the ones behind me. And I started realizing I was in the very wrong place. And there's a lot of doctors I knew. I hope to God they're not doctors now, but they cheated on every single test. I, they would bullshit so much. I would actually just eat the grade if I bombed the test because I don't deserve it. I don't have the knowledge. But that's not what college is about. College is one big fucking scam. Just like another fallen institution in our society. And define addiction. Why do antidepressant not really work in the long term? That is true. Yeah, maybe because we're focusing on the wrong problem. Cats. See, I have a cat too. But I took my cat, and they said it was asymptomatic, or it didn't have any parasites, right? But I believe it was asymptomatic. There's a lot of these things. I mean, toxoplasmosis is huge. Number one parasite in America. The crazy cat lady. This is what this is. And look, yeah, minimizes fear. See, I was a fighter. This is another thing I think about. I'm around these cats and I'm a fighter. You're taking bigger risks and you're doing all this crazy stuff. I mean, fighting is, you kind of have to be a crazy person to do it. But like this, I found very interesting. I'm like, what? This is because of my cat? But I got my cat tested. There's no parasites. But I got tested at the Cleveland Clinic. No parasites. Took some ivermectin. They're right there. I would be blind. I would be delusional if I didn't admit what I was suffering from because they were right there. I mean, they came out both ways or at different times. I could tell you that right now. See, it's hard talking about this. This stuff's gross. It's gross. And look at this. Cat parasites eat brain tissue. Oh my God, what is going on? This is where the crazy cat lady comes from. The whole archetype. I've actually had a crazy cat lady in my neighborhood. She made like a cardboard box tunnel. It was ridiculous. For cats to go into her house. She had to been more than 20 cats. I mean, like I've seen 10 up front. Like God knows how much is inside. Does ever roll in Alzheimer's? This is making so much sense. It's damaging your brain. Disgusting creatures. I mean, they just need you to just walk around and get food and reproduce at your base primal instincts just for them to survive. These are very uncanny pictures. I don't know if that's toxoplasmosis, but that's what they look like. Can parasites manipulate their hosts into committing suicide? Intense. I remember going back to before, which is a whole line of degenerates, basically just like, you know how many transvestites I've known in my life? I mean, I've known many, but the ones I did know, they all commit suicide. Were they just filled with bullshit? Is this why they're acting like weirdos? I mean, I'm not even being offensive here, but see, I come from a different place. I gotta be careful on me too. I fucked up more than an hour ago. I'm just saying, like, these people are suffering. Let's get them help. This is what I'm trying to say. Is this true? Like, is like this? I just care about hope of people at the end of the day. I don't care what you believe in. Like, we all have to live long enough to actually have these beliefs in general, right? Brain parasites and suicide. Look at this. And this is something my friend, his girlfriend had cats, and he told me all this stuff that was going on. They're legit parasites. They were changing his face. He said he would look in the mirror, he was different. He wasn't himself. So yeah, I kind of thought this too. Which is I thought I was losing my mind. So I was coming across great information like this. And it shows you this one. Basically, it's saying one person is heterosexual, one person is homosexual. Heterosexual male, homosexual male. So I'm like, what? And I actually looked into this more. This is from Stanford. Computer algorithm could distinguish if someone is gay or straight at a very high rating, 81% of men and 74% for women. That's insane. That's over 50% for a language model to do that. Like what? Are these things making you gay? I mean, I'm not gonna say I had any thoughts. I'm not gonna say that right now. But I will say, this is so hard to talk about. And you see how personal this is? I did have I did have disgusting thoughts, inappropriate thoughts about women in my life that I would see. And I knew that it wasn't normal. I knew it was wrong. Like, I don't know how to describe this, and this isn't a normal libido. I mean, I believe, I mean, like, I've been studying health, I mean, since day one. I mean, living in America, seeing how everyone's living, I knew at a very young age this isn't the right way to live. And this was a big thing I saw because I was thinking about, like, I mean, all the degenerates I knew in high school, were they in the same mindset that I had? Just trying to think higher level right now. But is this what they're going through? Because I would judge them and think they're just like acting like animals, right? But is there something else inside of them? Because I never ate out. Everything was made from scratch, right? Like I'm an immigrant, I couldn't go out every weekend and eat food like that. Like, but everything was made at home. But now I realize I'm really blessed. Really blessed I didn't go out anywhere to eat when I was younger. And look at this. I'm not even gonna go here. I'm gonna get ripped off of YouTube. Still learning this. Oh no, we're going here. We're going here. Look at this. These weak ass men. Parasites lower your testosterone. It's just true. Your vitamin C. And look at this. I guess this is claiming, like, look at all these story jacks. Men aren't supposed to look like this. This is a new phenomenon. People want to say millennials are like this. Like call myself a zillennial. I'm not Generation Z, but I'm not millennial. It's a mix of the two. But look at this. This one messed me up right here. This is Michelangelo. Painting of a demon. This is the mayor of Chicago. Why is that so similar? This is insane. You might think this is crazy schizo, but why is that overlapping so well? But the idea is this is what people look. I mean, all these people are degenerates too. These type of guys like cats also. But like, yeah, like it's changing their faces. Yeah, absolute insanity. Look at this. Let's see if I could zoom in. This one, do you know people like this in your life? Look, promiscuity, sex rampant in college. Does it expose unhealthy individuals when such infections cause the host to change? Look at this. This woman's face is different. Like, look at this. Are these even the same people? You could see some. I mean, I know like the hair and the piercings and the tattoos, but this is changing people. Ah, I'm really glad it's blocked out. But this is changing people, and this is tragic when you see a beautiful girl and she becomes something like this. This is awful. I've seen this so much in my life, especially in college. I'm like, you just ruined yourself. What are you doing? You're fine. You're perfectly fine. You're normal. And look at all these. These are like social media posts, I guess this person screenshotted. But look at all these transformations. Why is this normal? How many people in your life know like this? Are you one of these people? You probably wouldn't be watching me if you were one of these people. But like, I'm just saying, this is not okay. Like, if these people actually need help, we need to help them. Like, when you have, like, a lot of these people. See, I don't like making fun of these people because these are actually sick people. This is how I see it. Like, people want to say they're expressing themselves, this and that, but these aren't sick individuals. People aren't enabling them. They're not living the highest quality of life. You look at the suicide rate of people like this, it's through the roof. It's like, it's not okay. The people around, the reason why you look like this is because you have no support. Nobody cares about you. And how, like, kids don't even bully each other anymore. So, yeah, this is going to happen even more. You could even say the bullies cared a little bit about you. Look at this. Undersea parasite turns male into mud crabs? Parasites could change your gender? Yeah. And then you got the atrazine and, like, Alex Jones's frogs, which is a real thing. I mean, they weren't turning the frogs gay, but they're making the frogs sterile. And in some cases, they're turning them into hermaphrodites. It's really out there. And there's a lot of things going on right here that's doing these things, but you legit have a parasite. There's examples of parasites changing the sex of certain organisms. So is this really a choice? Yeah, intense stuff. I should stop soon, but this is dangerous territory, but it's getting good for you guys, right? Look at this. Let's see. There are only 50,000 known STDs. Wow. We only run on 10 of them. Yeah, that's true. We only know I guess we say the infamous ones. Various types of parasites come. Yeah, it's like, why are we talking about? And now you got people. I mean, it's not just male, female, but now it's whatever you want. Look how bad this is. Right? Like, why is this true? Even my generation. Like, you know how many people I know my age? Like, I want to say 25 till now. I just started seeing it more and more and more. Why is this happening? Is it because of this? Can parasites manipulate the host's endocrine system? I mean, they could do it with your serotonin. I mean, okay, so I can't believe this is the same person. Like what? What? And all these studies and links they got in here. This one scared me the most. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. Okay, people, what is this? Do you guys remember this? Yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm still learning how to use this. Definitely gonna do this for more videos. Yeah, I knew you. But this is like, look at this. Worm loves worm, and then try to smooth this over. But what is going on here? I'm gonna zoom out right here. Yeah, bear with me, people. Look at this. Let's like zoom in on that. I don't look at this. It's okay to have a pet worm. This is what it's saying. It's okay to have a pet worm, and it's a worm inside of like this little doghouse. Why is this demon, this hell spawn? I mean, just look at it. It's just obvious. I don't know why the thing like this is more acceptable than this. I can't believe I just said that. But an amazing demon drag. Yeah, it's like, well, what is this? Obama allowed this? What is this trying to say? Warm lover? What is this? What is this? This is subliminal messaging. This is propaganda. This is how it works. You might say I'm crazy for thinking this. This is how it starts. This is how you plant seeds in people's minds. And you might think I'm schizo for that. But think about kids do this too. Children do this. They pop, like I would do this. I'm like, maybe I would bring up the park to my parents, right? Like, hey, let's go here, or bring up some places around the park, or ice cream, or do you see you planning your parents, and then all of a sudden your dad's like, hey, let's get some fresh air, let's go outside, without directly telling them. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, children know this too. This is a part of human nature. I don't want to get too much on a tangent, but yeah, people are definitely trying to influence you in ways you have no idea. Even watching the video, I'm doing it too, but I like to say I'm doing it directly with your permission, with your consent. A lot more people are more insidious or insidious with the things that they're trying to do. It's just important. I just gotta point that out. This is why it's important to pay attention to stuff like this. You don't want it to go over your head. Oh, that I don't even want to know. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty insane. Yeah, that stuff. Girls fall for bad guys. This just makes sense. Oh, look at this. This one famous on social media. This is probably a Chinese woman that was ate pork every day. Yeah, her body's just filled with parasites. That's what all those little things are. Like, it's just look at all these links. This is why you guys gotta look into this. Can parasitic infection turn into K? I don't know. I don't know. Read it for your own. I might be so done unless I really hope this video comes up. Hope you guys watch the whole thing. If it does, Muslim woman somewhere in the Middle East, I'm assuming, by the TV. Someone can kill That's why Muslims fast. Ramadan, they stay away from pork. They don't drink alcohol. Hmm. A lot of cultures fast. It's not just them. Like it's just that's hilarious right there. That Spider-Man meme. Like look at this. And this isn't crazy talk. This isn't schizo. Look at all these. There's so much. There's study. There's science. There's money. Massive amounts of money testing these things, which I'm very happy about. But what is going on here? Why aren't we talking about this? Why isn't this talking about against the alphabet mafia? I'm trying to be very careful on here. And why don't people that support the alphabet mafia talking about this if they don't actually care about people themselves? They probably just claim it's propaganda, but it's like this isn't very important. Like have an open mind and look into this stuff. Look this. What is this? In this Parasite, I don't know if you guys can tell, it's a little few years outdated, but like things are just getting worse. Yeah, it probably came out 2022. That's what I'm seeing reoccurring. Some types of cavemen. Like, look at this. Gender clinics. Why did that? This is true. I was 14 years old. Like, and now I'm a grown man in 2022. I'm gonna say I was 27. Like, what is this? Like, this made no sense to me. Like, growing up, seeing this, like, we used to call each other faggot and see, I might be off. I might be fucked on YouTube. I cuss too much. Yeah, we used to call each other all these things and stuff. And it's like, what is going on? Like, culture completely shifted. I'm not even getting into this bug tracer and trying to acquire. Yeah, people want this. People want the promiscuity. There's actually people out there. It's weird. It's just like this one I discovered because I'm not in the circles. I'm not even gonna go over any of this. Look at this. Oh, ugh, I don't even want to read these titles. Fucking disgusting. Oh my God. But like this is producing degenerates because these parasites want to pass through. I mean, like I'm thinking about Epstein and his whole client list and all of his degenerates. Like it's just like this is what they're all about. They love this stuff. Like this is why they probably want this more normal. They want all these things. Like, oh, it brings up William Wright. Awesome. Yeah, like, look at this. Oh my God. And like, yeah, this is true. This one right here. I gotta be so careful on here. I'm being trying to be brave. But I want to get this to you guys because a lot of you guys don't have time to read, and maybe I can entertain you a little bit through this. I'm definitely gonna finish this whole thing with you guys, make this like a multiple part video. And look at these testimonial, like look at this. These are all people that are talking about they want this. Ah, look at this. And it was saying that a lot of homosexual men, just be straight up, they've been abused, been taken advantage of at a young age. That was their first experience. I mean, this goes from sexual psychology from Sigmund Freud. Like, for example, why would someone have a foot fetish? Well, maybe their first orgasm, ejaculation, was caused by a foot in some way or shape form, and then that's why they became attracted to it. It's not a sexual organ; it doesn't have anything to do with that. And the same thing could go for this. The problem is if Parasite is asking for a younger host, and then I'm not saying this about all homosexual men, but they had an experience and obviously doing consensually with other men, but this is probably why it's going this way. And this stuff blows my mind. There's all these men talking about the experiences they had. They don't regret when they're younger because that's who they are today. This is horrifying, guys. I'm not even gonna I'm gonna be very careful going through this. All right. You know what? Chapter 5 is politics. I'm gonna. Okay. You know what? Yeah, this already went off the deep end, like always, but this is what I want to talk about. This is what I got too much to say on this. Be here for hours. But do you see how deep this goes? Parasites isn't just about your health. It's about, I would say, all levels of health. Because when you talk about your health, you're talking about your life and other people's lives. It goes from every stratum of society and from the top to the bottom and vice versa. And this is why you have to talk about all these things. You're talking about culture, you're talking about people, you're talking about our lives or relationships or romantic relationships, society and laws and how people think. And this just overlaps in so many things. But this is just blowing my mind because it's like I'm really not the only one. And could we be living in a society that's controlled by parasitic worms and we think we have free will, but really we're just doing the bidding of these creatures? And I have to add, this is why Christ fasted. This is why Muhammad, Buddhists fast. Fasting is prevalent in all religions. Fasting, if you've ever fasted before, is really a spiritual experience. I mean, like every time I fast, I have epiphanies. I'm working my best. I'm the best version of myself. And it's just like I just can't get away. The religion, even if you're not religious, you don't believe in God, you're gonna you're gonna lie to yourself, say it's not religious or spiritual. If you're an atheist, fasting, but you will say you feel good and you're optima and you're at your optimal state. That's something an atheist won't deny with me, and this is what we should be doing more often to kill these things off. Right? It's just fasting is so important, and it's not even promoted in society. If anything, it's embarrassing to fucking fast because it's like you don't have money, you don't have food, you can't eat all these delicious things. You can't, go, and it's a social thing too. Every time people go outside, they eat. Right? Everybody's always eating, you know, because maybe these things are inside of them craving it. See, I suffered with this. I think I still am, to be honest. Or maybe we all are. Maybe this is a part of life. I mean, these things have been around before the dinosaurs, right? I mean, like, maybe these things are always there lurking, right? And maybe this is what we have to do. Maybe we can't eradicate these things, but we just, no, I'm not saying live with them because a lot of people, as you can see, the past things, a lot of people are accepting it, especially the knowledge of it. But I'm saying we gotta learn how to fast, eat different foods, clean living. We live different lifestyles, right? It's just this is so much deeper. Please, I'm telling you guys, do your own education, do your own research. I'm just trying to help you guys. I'm trying to spark the fire in you guys to change your lives because I believe this is one thing we could do for our health. If there's anything to take from this, this is one thing we could do from our health is get rid of the parasites. We fix everything else in our lives. It's easy. Everything. Everything. Spiritually, mentally, physically. We could transform our lives. Because I'm telling you, I did the same thing when I detoxed from these parasites. I mean, everything about me. I mean, I'm speaking from experience right now. I'm not bullshitting you guys, right? It's not. This isn't something I just study. I put into practice, and this is what we need to transform our life. This is the number one thing. Because everything else will go smooth. We gotta think about the whole as a body, and not just start attacking symptoms. But I will say, like I'm on chapter 5. There's 12 chapters. Maybe there'll be a part 2. I don't know. I'll get through the whole thing. I just hope this doesn't. I hope the video just stays up. I want people to watch. I don't care about making money off this. Like I just want people to get the knowledge and get the parasite pill. I'm actually I'll just link the parasite pill under the video so you guys could read through and keep it. But study this thing. Look at all the articles. Gives links and everything. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. I don't know where my health would be if I didn't have this in my life. I'm very thankful for my friend that gave this to me. It's just it's absolutely amazing. Uh, I don't even know more to say. I got too much to say on this. Looks like we're an hour and a half in. Okay, nice, perfect. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Look into this. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna make more content on this. Please, guys, look into this and try to fast 6, 12 hours. Just start there easy. See how you feel. 24 hours, 48. 72, maybe a whole week. I'm telling you, you guys could do it. You go a whole month without food. I'm telling you guys, it's incredible. It's a spiritual experience. But please, I don't even know how to finish this out after all that craziness I just read. But yeah, guys, do your research, listen, read everything you can, make your own decisions, and I just want the best for everybody. We don't have to suffer like this, especially with these demons inside of our bodies. And let's exercise these demons as they should. Eliminate these creatures. I'll leave you off with that. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. See you next one.